Jimmers?
We're gonna go today.
All right. Let me know how it was, whatever.
We're in the washing pack and I'm going to be planting lots of beans today. Some amazing strawberry and cranberry pole beans from a seed bank up north. So they give you seeds for cheap, and then you grow them out and send them back so that then they can have more to go. Some beans that my father sent me, some father's from the other farm, some seeds we got from a seed swap, which is actually from a local Southern Exposure seed exchange, which is, I'm pretty sure that's the one at the local intentional living community. And then just a bit more, this is hollyhock, and then some beet seeds just to see. Okay, so this is going to be tomatoes, and then I'm going to have some corn up here and some corn at the further end, so that they hopefully have a little bit of separation. But in between I'm doing a bean grow out, and then I'm going to have Molokiha and Orach in this centre one, also to separate the corn a bit more. So the beans are going to be 3 rows, probably at 6 inches, depending on how many seeds I have. Probably at less than that, because I don't have that many seeds for quite a lot of them. And they're going to go down in like chunks of 3 of this. And yeah, so now I'm going to mark. It's just like a little rake with little sticks on it, and then you just so these are the loofahs that actually started. There are some more coming in, but these are growing quite well and they were growing up a tomato, so now I've got to put them in the floor. Breaking ground in the patch. Calendula that's planted. I'm gonna mark 1.5 feet for our, I'm just gonna make it 1.5 feet from there. So for the corn that are going in, which is the Fiesta corn, you can kind of see where it's going, but it's also scraping a lot of stuff off the bed. Jesus. He broke.
He did break.
Look how beautiful these beans are. They're stunning. And they're gonna go companion planting with these squash. Would you like some beans? They're so pretty.
You're planting one with each?
Yep. Okay, so in the middle of a very sunny day, I've had to count out all my seeds again, but I'm going to plant some calendula at the start of each of these rows, just because bring some insects in, get some pollination going. These are the baby Orach. They're very prolific. Some of them are a little bit oh, RIP. But the other ones seeded in their tray in the greenhouse, so I'm going to maybe try and plant them, but they're not going to be that happy. And one there, and one here. So we watered in the Orach, and here's the corn, and the calendula looks pretty happy. And he's marking out rows that are 10 inches apart, and then we're going to space the beans 1 foot apart. Okay, so I lied, it's not the end of day 1. But we're burying them very deep and putting the nice compost around them so they have a good root space to grow into. And we're going to plant 5 varieties, mostly pink Berkeley tie-dye, and then big beef, which is also open pollinated, brandywine, and then some ones that we found in the field that seem super hardy. They're toms that are hardy, so we called them Bane. And then we're going to do black cherries, and they're going to make fun little tomato combinations, hopefully. Here's Zachary. He's made a big hole and he's filling it in with stuff. Yeah, good job. Hello, this is my backpack. It's filled with fermented Korean plants. They have a lot of minerals in them that are then going to go into these little plants. The only problem with this backpack is that it's not made for people who aren't 6 foot tall. So to like pump, you have to press down, and I have to go like this. And that just makes no sense. If people would design one for short people, that would be great. Hello, it's the end to a very long, very hot day. Everything is wilted. So I need to water everything so that it will survive. I watered yesterday, and Zach and I have just planted flowers over there. So that's it.
Did we water this section or plant this section?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because these are the two ones that need trellising. Because you were like, shouldn't we plant the ones that need trellising together? And I said, Zachary, that's a damn good idea. And then moments later, you're like, you just plant them here. Yay.
I did say that. It was a damn good idea. Yep.
Hello, it's hot as balls, but the storm's coming, so we thought free water. So we're going to plant things here today, but I just want to show you something very exciting. It is Friday, so that's nearly a week after we planted things before. And this is how good the first loofah is doing. The calendulas, you know, the heat isn't agreeing with them. There's the corn, and just as planned, the beans, the beautiful cranberry beans that I was hoping for, have popped up right next to it. So that's going to climb up the corn as the corn gets bigger. Fucking love it. Absolutely overjoyed. My Orach have died. They've all died except for like that one guy and that guy and that guy. Rip. Here are some other beans coming up. I can't remember what beans they are, but they're beautiful. And then there are some other beans, and then even more beans coming up. So I think it's black wax, and then these are the yellow pole, and both of these are poles, so they're going to need to be trellised. And then here was where the favas were. I don't think they're going to come up yet. No, here is where the favas were. No favas as of yet. However, there is a weed that I'm about to pull. And then we're going to plant some corn here today. And then the tomatoes, they're looking pretty good considering they're going to kick off at some point. The Orach's looking pretty happy considering he's just a marker. These are kicking off a bit more. And then these beans that we planted are coming in. You can see the little beanie boys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So these beans are kicking off. These are black wax beans. They're a bush bean, so they don't need to be trellised. And they're very exciting. My beloved is planting some squash. These are Wild Mountain Seeds winter squash, which are pretty amazing, and they come in all shapes and sizes, and they're a landrace, a culinary landrace, which means that they are fucking delicious and that they have lots of different genetic characteristics, but they're all like melded in together, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna plant them. I immediately fucked up. So we're going to dig up each middle one and space them double the distance of the other one. So muscly. Okay, so this corn is going at the other end of this row with these beans that I got in my pocket. And we might plant it like how we did the tomatoes, where we make like a nice little hole around it of nice compost. But I need to count how many we have. I've made not one but several mistakes. I have not hardened things off. That's it, that's mostly it. So it's definitely overlapped with the fava beans, but that's kind of fine because our corn can grow with some beans on either side. I'm sure they'll be fine with that. Yeah. So there are the squash looking very happy and wilted. Here's some beans. There's the rake. Okay, hi. So it's about a week and a half into planting things. There's a big storm coming. You might be able to hear the thunder in the background. And I'm going to plant some chilies so that I don't have to water them in. So actually I don't think they're chilies, they're just red peppers. But I am rushing through it. I am co-planting them in somewhere where I planted fava beans, and you can just see the baby fava starting to pop up, which is really great. Just in time for the rain to come. So those are them. That's the chilies. That's them done. Look, boom, boom, banging. Okay, and now, because I'm a fucking idiot, here's some okra. I'm going to fill here with more Molokiha, so I need to find some of the okra. So the okra is going to go like every other one along these squash plants. The squash are doing pretty good. I don't know what angles this is, but I want to see if some okra can like grow while the squash are like settling in. I think you're mostly just going to see my knee, so that's great. Yeah. And here's me being an idiot before a severe global warming thunderstorm watch. Yeah. But, you know, farming, innit? Yeah. If you can hear monkeys in the background, it's because we're near a zoo and the monkeys going nuts. Probably because there's a severe thunderstorm coming. Yeah. So this is going to be a nice. So this is going to be a very nice chill. Look at my cute garden. Look how luscious and green my corn is getting. But climate change had other plans. So regarding my very nice green things, I'm gonna go put these plants away and get the fuck inside. Okay, bye.